national organizing sector.
Democratic Party members have found themselves in an awkward situation of political quagmire with the appointment of the party President General Museveni Mao as Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs.
The members are in panic, but I really want to tell them that there is no reason for them to get worried because everything is still under control. Democratic Party is still intact.
Accepting the job and after successful vetting by Parliament means Mao will serve the interests of the National Resistance Movement government, which he has always vehemently opposed.
There's a time for everything. There's a time to fight and there's a time to make peace.
The appointment in a mini cabinet reshuffle comes just hours after Mao, in the company of the Democratic Party Secretary General Gerard Siranda, who has also expressed interest in joining the East African Legislative Assembly, met with President Yoweri Museveni at State House Entebbe, where the parties say they signed a cooperation agreement.
We have not had the opportunity to peruse the document as members of the National Executive Committee. Subsequently, this renders the document to be without any legal force binding on UDP until such a time when the National Executive Committee shall ratify the same.
Both Opio and Siranda insist that the party has not gone the Uganda People's Congress way of getting swallowed up by NRM. This despite being tight-lipped on the specifics of the agreement.
The details of this agreement will be made public after all the entities agree. I'm only coming out to let the country know that we have entered into a cooperation, agreement of cooperation. We have not done a merger.
However, the appointment of Mao as a cabinet minister in the NRM government raises the question of whether it was one of the points of cooperation in the agreement. The NRM Secretary General Richard Odwong divulged some details of the cooperation agreement.
In the areas of governance, in the areas of accountability, in the areas of human rights, in the areas of representation, where possible.
The party honchos state that the signed document is purposed at causing a peaceful transition from within the NRM. Political pundits agree that the move is appropriate.
It is a good gesture that indicates political maturity as a country. Moving forward as a country, we used not to have such a thing, but now that opposition parties can find a line of cooperation with the ruling party, it is a sign of political tolerance and maturity.
It is very healthy. DP leadership might have calculated that they cannot win or come closer to national power unless if they give in through, coalition, working together. It could be a strategy. It is happening in Kenya.
But they say it might be the blow that signals the death of Uganda's oldest political party, which recently experienced a mass exodus of members to the National Unity Platform NUP, headed by Robert Kyagulanyi. They are sad that other opposition parties are staring at the same fate.
Now this should be a lesson to the remaining political parties. Can't they also come out and make a coalition? Make a memorandum of understanding so that they start speaking with the same voice, have stronger force. It should be, because now this memorandum of understanding makes NRM stronger.
As a whole, politically, the opposition has been casted in a big bad shadow. Now people will treat the opposition with mistrust and political suspicion. And once that one gets there into the wider public, the common voter on the ground will always associate what has happened today, that it is the same spirit as the political opposition players have.
The experts also believe that Museveni's pulling of the opposition into the NRM is to make it easy for the ruling party that has been in power for close to 40 years to govern or bring forward potential leaders who could take over after Museveni. Kakuba argues that the president has not groomed anyone within the NRM who can lead the party.
The Democratic Party has defended the new position of working with the National Resistance Movement government. They say this is important in ensuring a peaceful transition that many Ugandans have yearned for several years. However, political scholars, much as they endorse this position, they say the party faces a difficult time ahead. Jackson Onyango, reporting for NTV.